Hello friends, my name is Ryan. I'm going to tell you a story named the Casey Anthony Trial, a mother's acquittal that shocked America, which is very amazing and full of twists. So, let's start. It was a case that gripped the nation, a story so tragic and bewildering that it left people questioning everything they thought they knew about justice. A young mother, Casey Anthony, stood accused of the unthinkable, the murder of her own daughter, Caylee Anthony. What unfolded in the courtroom was a drama so intense that the entire country watched with bated breath, waiting for a verdict that would either confirm their worst fears or leave them in utter disbelief. Caylee Anthony was just 2 years old when she was reported missing in July 2008. But the chilling part? She had already been missing for over a month before her grandmother, Cindy Anthony, made the 911 call that would spark a nationwide search. "My granddaughter has been missing for a month," her mother finally admitted that she hasn't seen her. "I found my daughter's car today, and it smells like there's been a dead body in it." Those were the haunting words of Cindy, and from that moment, nothing was the same. The public watched as Casey Anthony, a young woman in her early 20s, was thrust into the limelight. Her carefree, party girl persona clashed with the image of a grieving mother, raising suspicion at every turn. If her daughter had been missing for a month, why had she been seen clubbing, getting a tattoo that read Bella Vita, which means beautiful life, and seemingly living as if nothing was wrong? The inconsistencies in her stories only made things worse. At first, she claimed a nanny named Zenaida Fernandez Gonzalez had taken Caylee. But as investigators dug deeper, it became evident this nanny never existed. Then came the most horrifying discovery. In December 2008, 2-year-old Caylee's skeletal remains were found in a wooded area near the Anthony home, stuffed in a trash bag with duct tape over the mouth. The evidence seemed overwhelming. Prosecutors painted a grim picture. Casey, wanting a life free from the burden of motherhood, had suffocated her child with chloroform and duct tape, then disposed of the body. The state was seeking the death penalty. It seemed like a straightforward case of guilt. But what happened next would shake the foundations of the justice system. The defense, led by attorney Jose Baez, spun an entirely different tale, one that no one saw coming. They claimed that Caylee had accidentally drowned in the family pool and that Casey's father, George Anthony, had helped cover it up. Furthermore, they made shocking allegations of sexual abuse within the family, portraying Casey as a victim of trauma who had been conditioned to lie. Suddenly, the narrative shifted. Was Casey a cold-blooded killer, or was she a damaged young woman caught in an unimaginable nightmare? The trial lasted 6 weeks, and every day brought new twists. The prosecution relied heavily on forensic evidence, claiming searches for chloroform had been found on Casey's computer. But the defense discredited these claims, proving the searches were exaggerated and flawed. Witnesses were called, tears were shed, and the media circus intensified. The courtroom became a battleground of science, emotions, and strategy, where each side presented compelling yet conflicting narratives. But in the end, it all came down to 12 jurors, ordinary people tasked with deciding Casey Anthony's fate. On July 5, 2011, the verdict was read. Not guilty. The words echoed through the courtroom, and a stunned silence followed. Gasps of disbelief spread across the nation. How could this be? How could a mother, whose lies had been exposed time and again, walk free? The jury found Casey guilty only of providing false information to law enforcement. While she was sentenced to 4 years, with time served, she was released within days. Justice, it seemed, had slipped through the cracks. The public outrage was immediate. Protests erupted, debates flared up on news channels, and social media exploded with fury. Some saw the verdict as a massive failure of the legal system, while others believed it was a reflection of a flawed prosecution. People took to the streets, demanding reforms in the justice system. Analysts dissected every moment of the trial, attempting to make sense of a case that had no clear resolution. The truth, however, remained elusive. What really happened to Caylee Anthony? To this day, no one knows for sure. Casey Anthony remains a free woman, her story forever etched in history as one of the most shocking acquittals of all time. In the years that followed, Casey Anthony tried to stay out of the public eye, yet she was never truly forgotten. Documentaries, books, and investigative reports continued to explore the case, fueling endless debates. Some believed she was truly innocent, a victim of a broken system. Others were convinced that she had gotten away with murder. The trial had exposed the imperfections of justice, where truth and perception often clashed in unpredictable ways. So, my friends, was justice truly served? Or was this a case where the guilty walked free? The Casey Anthony trial remains one of the most polarizing cases in American history, and it reminds us all that the truth isn't always what it seems. If you enjoyed this suspense-filled story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thrilling and shocking tales. See you in the next one.